Listening to music, anatomically speaking, is probably one of the most complex things you'll ever do because the ear is an extremely complicated structure, but I'll try to go through it in a minute. So, you can divide the ear into three parts. You can have the external ear, which is what I've labeled here in green. You have the middle ear, which is here. And then you have the inner ear. Sorry, that's the middle ear, and this is the inner ear here, which is this part. So the external ear consists of the auricle. This is the part that you see. And also the external acoustic meatus, which is this bit here. The middle ear, this part here, is pretty complex, so let's zoom in a little. Okay, so the middle ear is separated from the external ear by this eardrum, also called the tympanic membrane. Inside the middle ear is a tympanic cavity, and inside this cavity are three bones called ossicles. So here's the malleus here, here's the incus here, and here's the stapes. It also has these two windows into the inner ear, the oval window, named because it's an oval, and the round window because it's round. The middle ear can also go down into the nasopharynx. It has a little tube that goes into the nasopharynx, and that tube here is called the eustachian tube. So basically how we hear things is like, say you have a sound over here, and then the sound will travel, and obviously sound is vibration, hits the tympanic membrane, that causes these to vibrate, these ossicles, and then that gets transmitted into the cochlea, which is this structure here. And so let's talk about the cochlea a little bit. The cochlea is part of the inner ear, and it's the cochlea, this structure, this shell-looking structure, which is actually responsible for our hearing perception. It has some hair cells inside of it, and then when those vibrate, those transmit signals to the brain, and that's how hearing occurs. In the middle ear also is quite some really, well, actually incredibly important structures, and these are called the semicircular canals here. And so what these are is these allow you to gain a sense of balance. Basically, if you ever have spun around in a chair before and spun round and round and round, and then you get really dizzy, well, it's because there's fluid in these semicircular canals. They give you a sense of position. There's also some pretty important nerves, which I've also drawn here. There's the vestibulocochlear nerve. So, in a jiffy, that is the ear.